Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. Whoops. Okay. Just make sure the stream's all set in stone. There we are. I'll go ahead and put this into. Yep. And also, I hear my voice. That's another good thing. Where does it go again? This guy here. Just add everyone, of course. Make sure if they want to be interested. Sweet. All right. Cool. So we are set to go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to round one of the GT Championship here on Project One eSports. I am K1997 commentating this race, and this time we are racing at the famous Seaside Dragon Trail circuit for the opening round of the championship for the GT side of things. So, basically, you may know this from back in Season 2. It's been basically the famous track for Project One for the opening round of the championship. Has a total distance of 5.2 kilometers and 17 turns that will provide very tight, close-knit racing here on the Croatian side of the circuit. So we'll see how everyone will get through this here tonight. But before we get to the race, of course, this will be a feature and a sprint race while we're at it. So the feature will be 23 laps. And let me make sure I have the tire minimum requirement correctly. It's a 6-lap tire minimum requirement, and the second race, which will be the sprint, it'll be 17 laps and a 5-lap tire minimum requirement. So we'll get to now the drivers on the cars for this season here, for Season 9 of Project 1. So as you can see, the man that's on pole, two-time defending Enduro Cup and Drivers' Champion, owner of Max Speed, Lane Everingham, who is starting on pole. He is going to be driving in the Genesis X Group 3 car. That's the first time that Genesis has actually, can I say it's a debut? Maybe, in some sense, although it's part of Hyundai. But anyway, the Genesis X will be making its debut for the Project One GT Championship, and alongside Lane Everingham will be just let me make sure I got my notes correctly. Bodod and Wiz. Wiz also being one of the new drivers as well coming into this season for Project One. In P2, in the McLaren 650S, of course, this car was when was this introduced? I think like about 2 or 3 seasons ago, if I remember correctly. But anyway, that's staying right on in P2. He will be driving that car. The owner of that car is the FP Racing Team. Of course, they won the team's championship last season, the first time that FP Racing ever won a team's championship. That is headed by Prezzo, and like I mentioned, Stingray is one of the drivers, and Gemma will be driving in the McLaren. And you see in P3, that is Kerry, Texas. He will be driving in the BMW M6 the BMW M6, I believe that is. Yeah, BMW M6 GT3 Endurance model. That is owned by Kennedy Motorsport, owned by BKXI, and also making his full-time return is Banana Cake Pie. If you remember him, he used to be owner of BCPRD, or the racing division that used to be called beforehand as well. Let's see. There's Prezzo. He'll be starting at P4. That's the owner of the FP Racing. This is his brother Jack. He'll be racing in the Lexus RCF GT3 car. He will be alongside Savage Duck and Roscoe Arm. Savage Duck, of course, being one of the new drivers on the grid. BK will start in P6. As I mentioned, he is the owner of Kenny Motorsport. Bodot, of course, in the Genesis, will start in P7. Dynamite. Yeah, this is a new car for the series, the Alfa Romeo 4C. That is led out by Revo Satellite Racing with Bucky Rex and Viper. They will have Dynamite, like I said, and also a new driver named TGT Racing. Now, if I remember correctly, it is Tim, Lunacy, and I believe Tube, I think were the full-time drivers from last season that will not be making their full-time return for this season. So yeah, we got some new faces, of course, on the grid. Alright, so P9, Blocky Rex, 10th is Banana, 11th is Gemmo, Savage Duck in 12th are on the Roscoe Arm, Tube, and TGT racing at the back of the grid. Alright, 23 laps to come, and we'll get this underway. Alright, here we go. The lights come on for the opening round of the championship here in Project 1, here at Seaside Dragon Trail. We're underway here at Dragon Trail. Looks like a nice start there from Lane Ariam. That's a good start off the line, it looks like here, as they now make their way up to the first braking zone into turn 2. Stingray trying to keep at bay with Curving Tex. Curving's going to be alongside him as they go into the second turn. Stingray will have the inside line for turn 3. He keeps the position. Fresno, though, trying to fight Curving into turn 3. He cannot through there. Now through the King, looks like everyone's gone through relatively okay. Not too many things from what I can see. Lando leads the way. Stingray second, Curving Texas the third. Jack has gained a spot. He's up to 4th. Good start from him. In the Lexus. Prezzo up to 5th. Down to 5th, I should say. Ryan's gained a couple of spots. He's up to 6th position, along with Botta. He's right now down to 7th. Blocky's gained a spot in 8th. BK in 9th. Not been the best of starts for him so far. Banana still occupying the top 10. Oh, as the car's getting a little bit squirrely. Oh, hello, that's a spinning Alfa Romeo. That is TGT racing in the blue Alfa Romeo 4C that's going around. Oh dear, not a great debut for him. Unfortunately getting involved in that little incident on the curb there through the S's. Now they make their way through the dash chicane for the very first time in racing conditions. Lane's got through there. They're okay. How about everybody else behind? Looks like everyone's gone through there somewhat okay. Apart from TGT Racing, like I mentioned, who spun at the S section. But Lane, meanwhile, he looks like he got a clear, good sized lead at the moment. Unfortunately, I don't have the gaps because it's a replay. But the gap right now, I probably would say, is at least just a second separated between Lane and Stingray. Curving right now occupying 3rd. Still trying to keep Stingray for company. Jack still keeping Curving for company as well as they make their way up towards turn 2. And here comes Curving to the inside. A little bit of contact. Stingray gets a little bit shuffled there by Curving. Curving gets ahead. He's up to 2nd place. A little bit of contact, but nothing too bad. Nothing too serious. Prezzo looking very interested on his brother. Oh, they are actually looking very interested in each other through turn 6. The McLaren, though, gets the spot. He's up to 4th now. That was very hard racing, but good racing nonetheless by the Breslin brothers. That's also now brought Botta into the mix and the other Genesis as they now make their way through the S section and up towards now over the crest down to the hard braking zone of turn 11. Botta has a good little momentum here. Oh, he cannot find anything there. He's not close enough to attack Jack into turn 11. Has to stay behind the Lexus for now. They now make their way now to back into the dash chicane again. Oh, a little rub of the wall there from Jack, I just noticed there. Gets in there fine. There is light damage, of course, so if there is any sort of case that happens, it will go away instantly. Looks like Jack got the momentum. Felix Breslin, excuse me, got the momentum and got past him. Yeah, looks like Breslin didn't get the best of runs. Now, not knowing that this is probably a mid-engine, with this being a mid-engine car, I probably would imagine that the McLaren and the Alfa Romeo might not be so great through the dash chicane. What's the word I'm looking for? Do well with the curves there, basically. Botta around the outside into turn 2. Oh, but Prezzo gets a little bit squirrely, quite squirrely actually, as a matter of fact. Now Dynamite goes through. Blocky and BK battling out right now for 8th place, heading up towards turn 5. And BK, he's still holding the line. He's kept the position. Does Banana come through? No is the answer. Stays behind the Alfa Romeo. I don't think that's the livery that BK's using. That's the original livery that they give you when you buy the car, I think. Unless that might be a glitch. I know that's a thing in this game. But meanwhile, though, little switch back here from Jack Breslin. Gets by bot out of there into turn 11. Nicely done. Meanwhile, though, a little bit further back, BK and Blocky were side by side at one point. Well, like Blocky just decided to stay behind. Yeah, that is the livery that the Kennedy cars are supposed to be using, the Red Bull BMW livery, which is quite nice, by the way. Yeah, Banana's also got the same thing as well, so I think that might be a glitch, I imagine. Well, unless they didn't run those liveries, I don't know. But like I said, I know that's been a thing I've seen in the past. I can't remember if that's the livery that Jack's using, or whatever the case may be. I feel like there might be some glitches here somewhere with some of the car's liveries. But we'll roll with it, I guess. But meanwhile, yeah, Lane's still leading the way. Curry Texas right now in second. Stingray just occupying third. That is the livery I know that the McLarens are definitely using. That's basically the ones you would see on the Formula 1 car from McLaren that FP Racing are using for this season. Yeah, I think the Alfa Romeos, if I am not mistaken, are different. Yeah, they are definitely the liveries that they are using. So, yeah, I think there's a few teams that are having a bit of issues with that on my end, but that's okay. BK looking for a move on Blocky into turn 11, not quite close enough to send a dive bomb into turn 11. So now get through the lap 4 sequence here. Curving and Lane are building themselves a bit of a gap from some of the other cars. The Lane right now seems like in a world of his own at the moment. The question is, will anyone be able to challenge him? Especially the fact that now Ridwan, actually that's someone I did not mention, Ridwan is not in the full-time seat this season. Yeah, so it's kind of left the season a bit wide open. But yeah, like I said, can anyone challenge Lane for that driver's title is the question. Meanwhile, though, everyone getting through relatively fine through the turns 2 and 3 complex. We're going to type battle for 7th place as now BK is now caught up to Dynamite. And you got Blocky behind, but in this little quartet of cars. Oh, that's a bit sorry there from from Dynamite. Exit of turn 6 got quite loose. The rear did not want to cooperate there. Jeez, look at the BMW and the Alfa Romeo. The BMW is such a big car compared to the Alfa. It makes it look like a minnow. Yeah, you got Alfa BMW pretty much battling away. BK, can he send a move here? No, is the answer. He has to stay behind. At least for now. Alright, well here comes BK. He's got a good run on Dynamite. A little bit of slipstream. I think Banana got a better run on Blocky. He's going to look for a move to the inside into turn 16. He's got the move done there. At the hairpin! Oh, there's contact and BK has gone around. At the main straightaway, there was a bit of contact between him and Dynamite. He's tumbled down now to 12 behind Savage Duck and Roscoe Arm. Oh dear. That was a very bizarre incident though. How it was just all unfolded on the main straight like that. Meanwhile though, Stingray keeping Jack company. That's something I failed to notice. Jack is actually now ahead of Stingray. He's now up to 3rd position. Probably happened whilst I was looking at what happened to BK, I'm gonna guess. But yeah, Jack right now occupying 3rd. And there's Curry, excuse me, pulling away still from those guys. Lane's still doing quite well in the 1st place position. Now we got ourselves a bit of a quartet here as well. With now a Lexus, two McLarens, and a sorry. Two McLarens, a Lexus, and a Genesis. I almost said BMW for a second there. Oh, Bonhard! Gee whiz. What a save. He almost threw that thing into the barriers there. Also, we are on lap 6. Will it be any lap that soon? But we are now at the stage that they can now go into the tire minimum requirements. Choose whenever they want to pit. Something else I have not mentioned too. Playing on softs along with Jack. And Stingray's on the medium tire. He's the lead runner on the medium tire, as I see. Bottas on the soft tire. And Frezzo, excuse me, Frezzo on the softs. Dynamite in 7th, he's on the medium. Same with Banana as he goes sideways. Blocky on soft tires. Roscoe's on the softs, along with Savage Duck. BK is on the mediums. Same with Jamo and Tubin. TGT Duck. TGT Racing. Sorry, Duck is Savage Duck. Oh, hello. What's going on between you two here? Frezzo and Bodod. Looking quite interesting there. Yeah, I don't know why it's got the glitch of where I could see like some of the liveries that are made, but some cars that don't have their liveries made. But anyway, Frezzo sending it in way too deep into the hairpin. Bottas says, I'll just scoot on by. A famous Frezzo dive bomb, unfortunately, just wasn't properly executed. Oh, dearie me, Dynamite understeers into the barrier. He has got damage now all around the car. Fortunately, though, it is light damage, so the damage will disappear, but he will lose a lot of time. Dear, oh dear. That's unfortunate there for Dynamite. He's now got involved in a little bit of incident. Actually, Blocky has got damage as well, I've just noticed. So maybe perhaps those two may have somewhat came together, I guess. Well, if it did, it probably happened after Dynamite ghosted because, yeah, Banana was behind Dynamite, but Banana never touched him, I know that. Yep, so now the damage has disappeared, so Dynamite can go into full speed again, thankfully. But yeah, that's quite unfortunate. Meanwhile, Stingray losing ground to Jack, it seems. Jack now starting to slightly pull away. But keep in mind, Stingray, though, is on the mediums. He will go to the softs at the end of the race. So he will be quicker at the end of it all. Bottas tires, my goodness, look completely shot on the left-hand side. Prezzo's tires aren't too bad on the soft tire, in fairness to the McLaren. That was quite decent, actually. How's Lane's tires on that soft tire? Yeah, about the same as Bottas. Curvings is almost the same as Lane's in terms of tire wear. Jax is a little bit better compared to the top two, but right now it just doesn't seem like to have the pace compared to Curving and Lane. Yeah, everyone's kind of spread out. Well, we got ourselves a bit of scrap here. This is BK and Savage Duck. The battle for 11th position. Again, I guess BK must have already got past him. Yeah, hopefully the next race will feature all the liveries that are being used by everybody. I just don't know why this glitch is the thing. That's just silly. So far, no one's coming to pit yet. How's everyone doing on fuel-wise? Lane's got about a little less than half. Curry's got a little less than Lane does in terms of fuel. Jack's not doing too bad on fuel. He's got half of it at least. Probably the best out of the top 3 so far. Steering's got... yeah, that's about as much as what Lane's got. Boddard's... almost a little bit less than that. The car doesn't seem like too bad of a car in terms of tire wear and fuel, from what it seems. How about the Alphas? That's something I haven't mentioned them yet. The Alpha, I'd say a bit marginal on fuel. Yeah, right now, Dynamite's got about little over less than half a tank in the car. And Savage Duck being, or no, this is Roscoe arm now being under threat by BK, making their way through turns 2 and 3. BK just trying to claw back any sort of positions after what happened a few laps ago between himself and Dynamite. Make their way through turn 6. I probably would imagine BK will probably line up a move at the hairpin if he can get a good run out of the S's, get in within the slipstream still of the car in front, which he definitely has done. But does he have enough momentum to pass? Here he goes into turn 11. Nope, he just wants to stay behind, at least for now. Something to note as well, Jack actually isn't too far from the frame between himself and Kirby. He's actually kind of closing in a little bit. Nice power slide there, Stingray. Battle for 5th raging on right now between Bodhot and Prezzo. So make their way down the main straightaway. Prezzo can't really find a way by against the Genesis. Just stays behind at least for now. Through turns 2 and 3. As BK is now the first driver to get into the pits. He'll get off those mediums and get onto a set of soft compound tires that'll carry him to the end of the race from here. About 3/4 of a tank remain in the car, and away goes the BMW. Let's try to do anything he can to salvage this race. Yeah, I think Jack is starting to gain a little bit here. Last lap he was about nearly a second quicker compared to Kirby, Texas. Oh, that's not going to help either with how he's sliding. Those tires, too, are not in the greatest shape. Yeah, you can see Jack's doing consistent 37s. Kirby was doing that except for the last lap. Stingray also doing that as well, doing consistent 37s. Fast lap right now occupied is by Lane Everingham with a 36.6. Something else I actually haven't mentioned too. If he got since he got pole position, I think you scored 10 points, I believe. Alright, Banana's in as well. Same with Stingray. Off of the medium tires and onto a set of softs. Yeah, the soft runners, what they're trying to do is just go as long as they can on these tires before they go to the mediums. Bottom's front left though. Jeez, that has seen better days. Hey, it's fortunate that this game doesn't feature punctures, otherwise that thing would be flat by now. Meanwhile though, blocking Roscoe arm, battling away. Savage Stuck also in the midst of this battle. Banana comes out in 12th, meanwhile Stingray in 11th. BK right now in 14th, who's trying to hunt down TGT Racing. towards the hairpin. Two Lexus. Pretty much has an Alfa Romeo in the middle of the filling here. Now Lane Everingham finally pits to get off the softs and get onto a set of mediums. Did Lucky do anything here? No, can't find anything there. Prezzo in as well. He also got hit a bot too. Sorry. Just seen that as well. Alright, bottom's in now. A couple other cars also in. Ryan Lowe, well, Dynamite in, Blocky in, and same with Savage Duck. Lane comes out in third. He's also filled up to about a little less than 3/4. Roscoe stays out for another lap. Stingray gets ahead of his team owner. He's up to 5th position. Banana, meanwhile, is ahead of Boddard, who also received a 3-second penalty for crossing the pit lane exit. So that means he will have to serve that penalty on this upcoming lap. The penalty zone around here is the exit of the dash chicane, if you want to know. And BK also has got the undercut on Dynamite, so now he's up into a 9th position as well. There's Blocky, and well, unfortunately, he's oh, hello, that's Tube. Tube's gone off the road. Made a mistake there at turn 6. Off into the grass. And back onto the circuit. Yeah, so Blocky getting a bit of short end of the stick on this pit stop cycle. That's Curry and Jack now finally pit. Can Blocky try to get by the Lexus here into the hairpin? No, he can't. See if he can try to get a good run through the death chicane. Oh, that's not gonna help. He hits the barrier there at the right hand side. And again at the exit of the death chicane as well. So he definitely will not get the momentum to pass. BK though does got the momentum to pass. He's now up ahead to 8th ahead of Boddard. As Roscoe now finally pits. BK doing a nice little recovery after his little incident with Dynamite. Boddard though I don't think is quite done yet here. He's going to try to line up a move. He doesn't really bother doing so. Just because he knows he's on the medium compound tires, I guess. He knows he's not at the grip advantage. Dynamite running wide in the background there as well. And now you can see Banana also closing in on Prezzo as well. What it looks like. Stingray also is ahead of Curvy Texas, actually. That must have happened after all the pit cycles as well, so... Yeah, Stingray really trying to put up a charge. Oh, he's got damage as well from hitting the wall there on the left-hand side. Suspension damage and a bit of aero damage as well, so that will compromise his speed a little bit. And also Jack up into P2. Something else I also failed to notice. I apologize for that, but yeah, Jack right now occupying 2nd position. So yeah, Kirby must have really got hampered by all that pit stop, by the pit stops. Yeah, he was at one point having Jack closed in on him. Yeah, Jack is now quite a bit of ways from him now too. There's BCP, not too far away from the McLaren driver Prezzo. BK right now trying to pull away from Boddard. Of course he is on the soft tire, so use the grip advantage as best he can. Meanwhile, Blocky still hasn't found a way by against the two Lexuses. Roscoe right now is at 11th, trying to hold the Alfa Romeo behind him. they now head to the S's. Ooh, gee, that was close. Can't do anything through there. It seems like the Alpha, though, has got some better speed in the course compared to the Lexus. They make their way down the hill towards the hairpin. It will be last on the brakes here. The Roscoe arm and the Lexus defending hard. And he defends well. He still keeps the position, at least for now. Meanwhile, up towards the midfield, Banana right now has caught up to Prezzo for this battle for 5th position. And meanwhile, Stingray, I think, will try to catch up to Jack Breslin as well. He'll definitely be quite rapid here. Banana can't do anything here. To the braking zone. Yeah, can't do anything through there. As Prezzo goes onto the curb. Lucky's still stuck behind. He hasn't really been able to break through. Through the S section here. Prezzo, Banana. BMW right on the gearbox of the McLaren. On the rear of the McLaren, I should say. Oh dear, that was quite interesting. Banana going deep. Prezzo says, nope, I'm not going to let you do so. Defends well, keeps the position, stays in 5th. Now to the dash chicane we go. Banana still keeping tabs. Gets a bit sideways. Stay with Prezzo a little bit too. They both gather the car well. As they're looking up towards the front. It seems like that McLaren has closed up a little bit more. Just to Jack Breslin. He did set his personal best of 136.7. He's about over a second and a half quicker compared to Jack Breslin, so Stingray is definitely on a charge. Prezzo staying in front of Banana. And I think Blocky has also finally got past Roscoe Arm as well. He's now up to 11, so he'll try to catch up to Savage Duck, who is right now in 10th place. Here comes Banana. He's looking interested to the right-hand side. Can't find the move there to the kink, but he'll try through the S's to see if he can get a good run towards the hairpin. I think from what it looks like, the Prezzo might have that one covered, really. Meanwhile, though, Stingray has caught up to Jack. Making their way through the S section. Still has some grip left on those soft compound tires. Yeah, I think lane will be a lost cause for Stingray to catch lane. Unless that'll be different, of course. But what isn't out of reach, though, is that he'll try to see if he can snag P2 away. Jack. Alright, we're on to lap 18 of 23. We're getting closer to the end of this feature race here at Dragon Trail. Can Banana find a way through? The answer is no, he stays behind. Into turns 2 and 3. Oh, Stingray now has finally got past. I think he did that around the outside. There at turn 6. Unfortunately, I didn't catch it, but it looked like he was going around the outside, I think, based on where the car was positioned. He's now up to P2, and I'm pretty sure that'll be locked in for a P2 spot. But still can't find a way through. It gets Prezzo. Prezzo's still defending as best he can. Quite races so far for BK and Ballard. Like I said, for BK, a good recovery drive after the incident with Dynamite. I don't think that was anyone's fault, really, from what happened. It was just a weird incident. Although, I think Dynamite might be catching Ballard here because, according to the lap counters, he's actually gained a second on the last lap. Well, that isn't going to help there. He just hit the wall and now he's got more damage. So, I think I take back everything I just said there. And now Banana's finally got past Prezzo. That was to the inside at turn 2. Prezzo cannot defend there any longer. Banana now moves up into 5th place. Nice move by the BMW driver, the Kennedy Motorsport driver. I think it should be good enough, I say, for him to at least keep the spot, unless he makes a mistake somewhere in the last stage of the race. Like I said, hopefully we'll get the livery sorted out because yeah, that's the livery that they're supposed to be racing. I know, like I said before at the start, I think they're all using the livery. I just think what's going on is that yeah, like I said, there's a glitch with it. Because yeah, you still got the old the Genesis livery that you get when you buy the car. The only ones that are like at least somewhat correct are the McLarens, BK, and well, the Alfa Romeos, I think. Yeah, everyone seems to be good. Yeah, like that Lexus, I know that's not the I know they're not using a stock livery. Alright, 4 more laps to go in this race here in Seaside Dragon Trail feature. What has been so far a dominant display by Lane Everingham. Well, if he keeps it up, it looks like he might set on course to what he left off for like the last couple of seasons, keeping on his winning ways. Now for the sprint race, of course, this will be a reverse grid, so whoever finishes in last will be starting on pole position for the sprint. And then of course it'll go, P14 will start P2 and then onwards pretty much. Dynamite making a mistake, it seems. I think he's gone off the road at turn 5. He's definitely got damage to the car. He was trying to recover it seemed. And now he's got Savage Duck all over him. Lockheed Sue will get into the mix. And I think Dynamite just might have to concede the spot. Actually, no, the damage has gone away, so he is now back to full pace. Defends the inside line against Savage Duck, keeps the spot. Lucky though in the fight as well for the battle for 9th place between the between the Alphas and the Lexus. Just trying to see if there's any other stuff going on at the front. Towards the rear of the field though, it's battle for 9th still. Dynamite just trying to keep his spot. Not been the strongest outing for Reva Satellite Racing, but hopefully they'll manage to sort that out in the sprint race. As it looks like now, Blocky will line up a move on Savage Duck. Heading up towards the first corner. The little kinky, that's the first turn of the racetrack. Into the first braking zone of turn 2. Should get him around the outside. That was a bit touch and go. But the Alfa Romeo does get in front. Yeah, because of a little scrap tube, Dynamite has pulled a bit of a gap more to Blocky. Yeah, from what it looks like, well, I don't really see any more changes of position Well, actually, no, we now got a battle for 14th place between TGT and 2 for 14th place. Two, of course, being a reserve driver for this occasion. Racing for Wiz tonight. Or, I should probably say that race. Two more laps to go in this feature race. Prezzo's not got BK in his view, but he's a little too far away, I'd say, for BK to try and catch up. Oh, did he make a mistake there? Oh, no, maybe not. I thought he might have just hugged the inside of it too much. Nah, he's alright. It just looked like to me he took a bit of a tighter line than what I was anticipating. Racing Tube, still battling for 14th. They are still in the lead lap, so they got 2 more laps to go. Lane, though, meanwhile, is going to start the final lap of the race here. We're now on to lap 23 of 23 here in Seaside. And what has been a very commanding performance from Mr. Everingham. Still trying to defend his championships that he won for the last couple of seasons in the driver's side of things and also in the Endurance Cup. We'll be soon off to a really fantastic start. Not been a bad race for some of his drivers either. Botta, though, has done pretty decent. Right now occupying the top 10. And Tube, I mean, he's been stuck pretty much at the back, but hopefully he'll do well in the sprint. And Tube's actually occupying 14th, as he also just got by TGT. Alright. Only just one more significant quarter to go for Mr. Everingham. He'll cap off his first victory of Season 9. Round 16, through the kink is 17, back onto the straight. Lane Everingham will win the feature race here at Dragon Trail and claim the fastest lap, unless Stingray can say something about that. He does not. He actually missed out on the fast lap by actually a 10th. Jack Prezzo will finish in 3rd, a great race from him in the Lexus. Curving will finish in 4th overall. Banana Cake Pie, 5th place, a good start for the Kennedy Motorsport boys. Prezzo in 6th, BK in 7th, a great recovery by BK, as he also runs out of fuel in the process, I've just noticed. I think Prezzo ran out of fuel as well. Paula just came across the line, also ran out of fuel, finishes in 8th. And Dynamite will finish in 9th place. Roscoe Arm will complete the top 10 for President Engineering. Lucky Rex will finish in 11th. Jamma will finish in 12th. And then it'll be Savage Duck. Now we just wait for Tube and TGT to cross the line, who will start from pole position for the sprint race, since he did finish in 15th place. Up to the line comes Mr. Racing, TGT Racing. And that's it. Job done and dusted. Lane Abraham claims victory. Congratulations for that, for the victory. I will be back very shortly for the next round of this whole thing, the sprint race. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.